Hi friends, Fakun Shah here again. So today we are going to learn about public Google Sheet add-on. Now public Google Sheet add-on is a very powerful Google Sheet add-on which we can use to send data from Google Sheet to Public Connect workflow. For example, someone submits a type form and the entries are going to Google Sheet automatically, and you want to send those entry from Google Sheet to somewhere else, or someone is collecting Google form responses and you want to send those Google form responses to Public Connect workflow and then send them reminders or anything else. Okay, now public Google Sheet add-on is a very powerful, but people who are new to Public Connect may doesn't know exactly how to use that. So today I am going to show you that exactly what are the different use cases for that, and what are the limitations and what are the powerful features which even Zapier doesn't have that. Okay, so yeah, let's start with that. Okay, so first of all, the first thing we will do is we will go to Public Connect and create a new workflow. For this tutorial purpose, I have named it Google Sheet add-on tutorial. Okay, we will select the Google Sheet. Okay, and we will select the new or updated spreadsheet row as a trigger. Now all the instructions are here. We just need to follow those particular instruction. If you don't want to read that much, follow my instructions. Okay, so we are just going to copy this webhook URL. So basically it's a webhook based integration. So you need to paste the webhook in public Google Sheet add-on in Google Sheet. Okay, and then you need to pass a first entry or a sample data, okay, to map the rest of the action steps of your workflow. So now we come back here, we create a new Google Sheet. Let's name it first. Okay, okay, so now the first thing you need to do is go to extension. Okay, go to add-on, get add-ons, type public connect webhooks. Okay, you will see this add-on. You can already see it is a 4.5 star with more than 61k downloads. Okay, so just click on that, click on install, continue, just allow the required permissions. Okay, yeah, so basically it is done now. Okay, you can click on this close button. Again, we need to copy the URL because we changed the clipboard text. Now before setting up the add-on, first you need to define the header of each and every column. For example, the header of the column is, for example, name, email, phone, and marks, and status. Okay, now let's make it status of admission. Okay, now when we go to extension, and now we can see the Public Connect webhooks. Okay, but it is showing only help, so we need to just refresh this particular Google Sheet once. Then we go to extensions, and again now you can see all the available things. Okay, you need to click on the initial setup, paste the webhook URL you got from the workflow trigger, and make sure you set up the last column of your Google Sheet which will be filled as a trigger column. Now here is the thing that you need to 100% enter the value in the trigger column, else Public add-on will not send that particular data to the Public workflow. Why? Because if you are not adding the data in the trigger column, then it is not triggering the actual Google app script in the backend. Okay, So you need to make sure you always decide the column headers and number of columns beforehand, and then only start setting up this particular thing. And in case you change anything, you change for example you add any column in between or something like that, make sure you reset up the whole thing. Okay, now for us the last column, which is a trigger column, is column E. Then click on send test. Okay, so it is saying no data found in row 2. Now this is one of the very popular error many people get during setting up the Public Connect add-on. Okay, so basically it is saying that you first need to send at least one sample data to Public Connect workflow, and to do that you must have a data in the second row, because first row is actually a header. So let's suppose mark is 58 and status of admission is yes. Okay, now again we need to paste the webhook URL, press C, send test. Data sent successfully. You will get a message in red color font like this. Okay, and then you need to click on the submit. Now if we go back to Public Connect, you will see the data is captured in here. Okay, so this is how you set up the Public Connect add-on. And one more thing, which is send on event and send on schedule. Okay, so if the data is coming in via Google form, then you only need to tick mark this, which is send on event, and data will be sent to Public Connect immediately. Okay, this is very important because many people ask in the Public Facebook group and Public help support forum that the automation is not sending the data to Public workflow on time. Now there are two types of data which you way you can enter the data in Google Sheet. One is via Google API or manual way, and another way is you add the data via third-party API, just like Public Connect or like Typeform. Okay, so if data is added via Google Form or the data is added by manual typing, okay, then the trigger is instant. Okay, and you only need to check mark the send on event thing. Okay, but if the data is added by third-party API as well, then you need to tick mark both send on event also and auto send on schedule also. Okay, rest of the option we will check it later in this same video. Okay, right. So another thing people get many times issue, that authorization issue. The authorization issue happens when you are logged in with multiple accounts in the same window. Okay, so to avoid that, I would recommend you log in into incognito window with only one Gmail account. Okay, that will solve the issue. Now this is not a publish limitation, this is a Google Apps Script limitation which is common across many add-ons. Okay, so please log in with a single Gmail account in the incognito mode, and authorization issue should be solved automatically. Okay, now let's go to Public Connect and see what type of data we exactly captured. So basically first we can see that we captured all the columns that were present inside the Google Sheet. Okay, till the status of admission. Now we also got the spreadsheet name. Okay, now spreadsheet name is this one, spreadsheet ID, which you can see in here. Okay, so this is the ID, you also get that. You also get the sheet name, which is this. Okay, particular sheet name and this one, and you also get the sheet ID, which is 0, this one. Okay, now you also get the trigger column which you have set up in the Public add-on setup. Okay, which is E for us, that is correct, and the row index, which row exactly came in. Okay, now this data can be helpful based on your use cases. I am not saying that you will be using this data always, but yeah, for some deep integrations this data is very useful. Okay, this is just for your knowledge that this data is available for you to work with. Okay, one more thing you need to keep in the mind is that you should always have only one sheet inside the spreadsheet when you are using it as a trigger. Pabli add-on works does not allow us to specify the different sheet ID while setting up the webhook. So I would highly recommend that you only use only one sheet. If you use more than one sheet, I am sure that your workflow will have some kind of issues in the future. Okay, so please avoid doing that. Use only one sheet as a trigger sheet. Now the next thing is how to trigger it on edit trigger event as well. Here if you see, new or updated spreadsheet row is a trigger event for us. Okay, so if we even not this, type no in here and go to history in the Pabli Connect workflow, you will see that it triggered that. Okay, and the editing was manual, so by manual typing it triggered it immediately. Okay, you can see the no in here. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, but if the data is added here by third party API, then Pabli will only send data once per hour. Okay, it will send all the data, all the new data once per hour. For example, in next 1 hour, total of 5 form submission you get from your website, and 5 new rows get added in here. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then all those 5 rows will be sent to Pabli Connect workflow once per hour. Okay, that's how it will work. You cannot define that particular timing of that particular hour, but yeah, it will work properly without any issues. Now Pabli Connect has some article as well. I will keep this link in the description. Here you can see how to solve the most common issues with the Google Sheet. Okay, you can always put it in the forum.pabli.com as well. Okay, but you can also try to troubleshoot your issues with the help of this particular article. Now let's look at some of the other features which makes Pabli Connect Google Sheet add-on better than Zapier Google Sheet triggers. Okay, so basically you can send the custom data. You can define the starting range and ending range. Like you can, if you want to send the data from A2 to like E15 or something like that. Okay, so that's make that will trigger the Pabli Connect workflow in bulk. Okay, so you can do that using this. Also, you can send all data at once as well. Okay, so these two features, in my opinion, are very helpful in anything you want to do in a bulk, like you want to do bulk certificate generation, or you want to do some bulk messaging kind of thing or bulk email kind of thing. This feature is very helpful. Okay, so Zapier doesn't allow you this. Zapier even doesn't allow you get rows more than 20. So that is a big limitation on Zapier side. Pabli is better in that way that you can trigger it in a bulk, and also you can get any number of rows using get row. I think so. I have tried up to 5000, but yeah, it works flawlessly. So yeah, this was the Google Sheet add-on related tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe. More videos, and if you want to, more videos are coming soon, and I will try to generate at least one video per week. If you have any particular use case, put it in the comments. I will try, if I have access to that particular software, I will try to make a video on that particular use case. And if you want to connect with me for my freelancing work, you can message me on Facebook, my Facebook page. Okay, the link will be in the description. Okay guys, thank you. Bye. See you in the next video.